I love Petra, so I get the ticket, and this is the biclinium. I'm climbing up a 2000 years old staircase. Up there, yeah, floral.
Jedem was kaufen.
Definitely no safe way. Al-Baidha, Neolithic village. We hike all the way from there to Wadi Arabah. That's Mount Hur, the tomb of Aaron. Okay, I'm here guys. It's the monastery. Hi, good morning everyone. I'm in Wadi Musa. It's near Petra, and this is my hotel, Edom Hotel. Because Petra in the past actually was part of Edom, but it's become famous after it became the capital of the Nabataeans with a lot of castles and tombs and a lot of magnificent buildings and rock-carved tombs in red sandstones, which is very famous. Petra, one of the seven wonders, new seven wonders of the world. Here is the visitor center, very close to our hotel, with a lot of shops and cafes. And here it's called Wadi Musa because it's a valley. Wadi means valley, valley of Moses. You know, in the middle of the valley there is a river, but currently it's dry because at the top of the valley, according to local legends, it's the location of the spring of Moses. It's the place where Moses struck water out of the rock. And anyway, here in Petra, we will see Nabataean palace. And if there is time, I plan to hike all the way to Aaron's tomb at Mount Hur. You know, Aaron was buried in Mount Hur, and the tomb is somewhere up there, really far. That's why we leave early in the morning. Currently it's almost 8. So let's go. Here we are. I love Petra. It's the Petra Museum, and this is the entrance into Petra. But the plan is we're gonna take a shuttle bus to go not through the main entrance, but through the back door. Because from there we can hike all the way to the monastery, the highest, tallest and largest building of Petra, all the way to the visitor center. People say it's gonna take around 8 hours. I'm now at the visitor center. A lot of souvenir shops like usual, and first, because I have a Jordan pass, I can get a free ticket. Well, it's already included in the price of the Jordan pass. First, I need to change my Jordan pass to ticket here at the office. Okay guys, so I get the ticket with my name, and here there is a map. So this is a map of Petra. You can just get it for free. I'll explain the map when we are waiting for the shuttle bus. So I'm already at the area, and this is the shuttle bus. It leaves when full. So let's get in and I'll show you the map. This is the map. We are here at the entry gate.
I started at 8 and I was there.
Usually people travel to here all the way to the monastery, but we're gonna take the shuttle bus from here to somewhere here, back door, and you know, take a jeep or walk to the monastery. Guys, we are now here. That's our shuttle bus. It's a free shuttle bus. This area is known as Little Petra. It's located to the north of Petra, and many people go here because it's actually free, unlike Petra. And it's called Little Petra because it's similar with Petra but much smaller. So we're gonna visit it, and from here later we're gonna hike all the way to Petra. As usual, some souvenirs and the cliff. And this is the sick. And here, the famous one is a biclinium and triclinium. This is the sick. That's why it's called Little Petra, because the entrance looks like Petra. And it says sick al-Barid. Even here, you see some kind of man-made caves. And let's go through the entrance to see the city. So it's located north of Petra. So people call it like the suburb of Petra in the past. Like the caravans, they stop here, and we're entering the sick. And this is al-Barid. Besides the location, I mean the geographical location, it's also built here because it's protected from the sunlight all day. As you can see, the light cannot come and enter this place because of the high cliffs on all sides, and with a small entrance that we passed through just now over there. And this is the biclinium.
Wenn die erste voll oben, dann die zweite voll, die dritte
See the stairs here to the upper level, probably for fortification. And the triclinium here, you can see, you can enter it. Wow. See some chambers. Yep. No stairs inside. So you really need to climb to the top from the stairs.
Von den Beduinen, die Landzeit hier gelebt haben, also bis vor 50, 60 Jahren, haben noch Beduinen überall hier und sie haben gehalten und gekocht, davon kam die Schweizer Farbe. Aber hier weniger Farben als in Petra.
This one is the triclinium. Triclinium is a place to eat. It's called triclinium because it's 3 sides benches. Like this one. Same, probably the name there for placing a god. Wow. See? Wow. And here we have painted biclinium, 1st century AD. Inside you can see some paintings, Nabataean paintings we have preserved. And this one is traditional music. Okay, let's go up. Here I'm climbing up a 2000 years old staircase all the way to the biclinium. Okay, here you climb to the top, and here is where you're supposed to be able to see paintings, but I don't see paintings. Oh, up there, yeah, there's floral you can see on top. Ceilings. Yep. That's the mosaics. So that's the biclinium, the painting. It's called biclinium because there are 2 benches here, one over here, you see, and one over here. Triclinium is when it makes a U shape. So anyway, we're gonna go. We're gonna continue our hike and leave Little Petra. This Little Petra. From there, all the way out there. Let's go. Can you imagine? This area was built by Bedouins. Basically, they were nomads until they grew rich because of the frankincense trade, and they built all this with their riches. Probably because they don't know what to do with their wealth, and they just carve, and it becomes like this. And this is just a little bit because the bigger one is Petra, the capital, which we will go very soon. And that's the end of the valley, the end of the Little Petra. So you enter the gorge, the narrow from there, and you exit from the other way. You can see the stairs and some handicraft shops. Okay. Let's go. So other than rock carving, the Nabataeans are also proficient in maintaining a good dam hydraulic system to make sure that the city over there is not flooded by flash floods that might come from here. It's really good. So let's say goodbye to Little Petra. Bye bye. This is the end of the small valley, and as you can see, it's just a coffee shop. And another way down.
Du sollst nicht fotografieren, du sollst mit jedem was kaufen.
Yep. This is the end. If you want to continue, you can climb down here and continue your journey somewhere, I don't know. I think if you want to go to to the monastery. Maybe you can just force your way all the way there. So apparently from here, if you want to go to the monastery in Petra, you need to go back and take a jeep, or you can just hike like this, a moderate hike. But it's okay. So I'm gonna hike and my sister will take the jeep. We meet at the monastery. Let's go. This one is a bit slippery because of the sand, but if you're careful, I think it's okay. So let's go. We're at the bottom now. Here you can see a bit wet because it's a small valley, wadi, so it might be dangerous. If it rains, there might be flash floods, but I think we are fine. So if we follow this route, I heard there is a Neolithic village, al-Barid, and that's why Little Petra is located here, because it's near al-Barid. We are still going, and can you imagine, just behind this cliff is a town that we just visited, Little Petra. Yep, definitely no safe way. I mean, I can try, but I don't want to experience what I experienced in Tajikistan and almost died. So let's just go back and find another way through one of the cliffs. Let's go. Yep, definitely no way you're going through here. Let's go back. Okay guys, I'm already at the top here, and you know, all the way down looks very dangerous. So I think I'm going back to Little Petra and go with the normal route. I don't want to make the same mistake I made when I was in Tajikistan. So let's go. Okay, so this is the back door to Little Petra. We are going back. Little Petra, we are back. Woo. Now I'm out of Little Petra, and now we're gonna hike from the main trail. It's gonna take us around 2 hours. Goodbye. So that's Little Petra, and this is basically the back entrance. Usually people take jeeps from here, 5 JD, Jordanian dinar. But I'm gonna walk 2 hours, and this is where they actually get your ticket. You need your ticket here, and 2 hours all the way. I think it's okay. I think I can do it faster. By the way, even outside of Little Petra, see, you can see there are some steps, like some back doors to enter. Even outside, you can still see some, you know, ancient either house or temple or tomb. I don't know. But we're gonna go and see the main attraction, Petra. Yes, this is the ancient road. Woo. Yes. Look at the mud here, very dangerous. See? Yep. Just be careful. Let's go. And here we are at al-Barid, Neolithic village. And here probably a place for placing sacrifices. As you can see, it's cut. And the village is right there. Neolithic. And there's supposed to be a way from behind that mountain to here, which we couldn't find earlier. This is the information board about Beidha, located here in South Jordan. So it says it's now 9,000 years old, so it's dating back to the Neolithic period. And this is it, this is the site. And this one, it's not 9,000 years old, but this is a replica of the old settlement. That one also replicas. See, it's circular. So there are circular buildings like this and rectangular buildings like this one. And it's supposed to be in that area over there. And this is the Neolithic trail, 9,000 years old. And we want to come here just now from the back of Little Petra, but we couldn't find a way. Anyway, Petra is behind that mountain, so let's continue our way. Neolithic, 9,000 years old. Wow, wow, can never imagine. Yep. Let's just go from here. As you can see, the back door, which we couldn't pass from there, I guess. I don't think there's a shortcut from Little Petra. Only the Bedouin knows the shortcut. Anyway, let's go. Even on this trail, you can see still some Bedouin settlement over there. And even on the cliff, actually, if you can see very far. So this place is still alive, in a sense, like people still settle here. Maybe I'll show you. First one is there. Actually, if you have a lot of time, it's possible for them to invite you, and you might actually go to one of their caves and stay with them. That's what my Poland friend say. See, even on the cliff right there. Yep, very much alive. Wow. Again, I'm walking in the middle of nowhere. It's a desert between Little Petra and Petra. I'm just following the jeep trail. That's the only way for us not to get lost. Because even though if we know the direction of Petra, which is right there, we don't know where is the trailhead. Otherwise, it's just like when we're in Little Petra, you want to climb down towards the Neolithic village, but there's no way. See? I see the jeep over there, so let's just follow that. Also, when you see junction, just take note of the red arrow over here, so you know you're not turning left, but you are turning right. Well, you see the jeep, so that's also another hint. We're going there. I like this kind of hiking with almost nobody inside, except for the occasional Bedouins who live here, interestingly. And we're almost there. I think you climb all the way up there, and that be Petra. Finally, I find a flock of sheep, probably the descendants of Jethro's sheep. Wow, nice. And goats. Okay, we're almost there. There are other hikers like us in front. Let's follow them, or actually bypass them. Okay, Adair or Monastery. We are close, and we caught up with another group of hikers. Let's catch up, and again, let's bypass them. See that goat over there? Yeah. Wow. Nice. Climbing all the way there. Okay, panoramic view of Wadi Arabah, Petra's weather forecasting stone. Okay, I'm not sure how to read this. And here we have some cafe, and to see the view. Well, I don't think you can see Wadi Arabah exactly from here, but you need to climb all the way up there. I can see people already there. There are some stairs, so it's relatively safe. But before the stairs, probably it's more dangerous. But we're okay, we're good. More stairs. Imagine in the past, no stairs. We climb all the way from below there and up, all the way up. But on the way, there is some coffee shop where you can pass, get water. Okay, let's go. My friends, so we hike all the way from there, Little Petra and the horizon there, climbed there with the stairs, and from here you can see Wadi Arabah. Very good. I'll show you, it's in the front. Yep, that's Wadi Arabah for you. And beyond that wadi you can see hill. That's Israel. Wow, just wow. Very cool, a good view, nice picture, and there is a shop here. The shop owner hiked all the way here 2 hours, he said. White donkey. Nice. Okay, let's continue. It's going this way. We are going to the monastery. So if you can see far away there, that's Wadi Arabah. I mentioned earlier, beyond Wadi Arabah, you can see Israel. But you know, the shop owner who took my picture said, no, you can see Palestine. So for the people around here, that is Palestine. It's a very complicated issue, and I don't want to dwell on that. So let's just continue hiking and see Petra. There is also an ancient remain here. It can be an ancient monastery, or it can be actually a recent building for shops, but abandoned. Because you can see over there also, that's Jordan flag. Nice. Okay. That's Mount Hor. You can see the tomb of Aaron at the highest peak of Petra. There is this small building. I don't think we can go there, but let's ask. And this is Wadi Arabah, the promised land. Wow, even this high up, you can still see some, you know, settlement remains. That one. And in fact, I can see the monastery. It's there. Okay. But before that, I want to go to the top of the hill. It has a very good view. Okay, so the view is really great here. And of course, again, Mount Hor, Aaron's tomb, the high priest Aaron, the brother of Moses. And now we're going to the monastery. Let's get closer, maybe take picture from above first. Ancient remain here and there also. I didn't know that from Petra you can actually see the tomb. And wow, what's this? Looks like a person. Wow, wow, amazing. Okay, I'm here guys. It's the monastery, and you can see some caves, man-made, not just there, also on this side. You can even see stairs and fortification. That one, but maybe it's new, I don't know. So back to the monastery. It is the largest, the tallest building in Petra. It's a bit further from the main city, which is below, so it's quite high up, and we'll see if we get closer. Wow, it's really big. Seeing up close, 50 meters high. Wow. Wow, you can see the Corinthian columns, Greek influence, Hellenistic, the urn, and I heard it's called monastery because there is a, you know, it was turned into a monastery in the past. There is a cross inside. I don't know whether you can go in. Let's check. Now I'm gonna get closer. So this is like from 1st century BC, and you can see it's carved from the mountain all the way here. Carve, something like that. Corinthian columns, the urn up there. So looks like there is a room, but there is not. It's only, the only entrance is this one. You can see the column is bigger than a person, and it says no entry, but I think you can get a glimpse of the inside. I heard there is a carving of a cross inside because it was used once as a monastery, but I don't see any cross, so that might not be true. Wow, my voice. Hello. Yeah, echoes. No entry. Yeah. So that's it. We are not sure what it's made for. Even the archaeologists also not sure. I don't think there was any inscription, unfortunately. and the remains is still very much preserved, which is really cool. I really like it. You should come to Petra and go to the monastery. Almost 50 meters high. I think it's 48 meters. Unfortunately, we cannot go up. And later we go down and see the city of Petra with a lot of tombs, the treasury, temples, and others. Let's go. Ikuti terus Bang Jago. Sampai jumpa.